That's not going to... Guys, people watching this, Josh is a jiu-jitsu expert, one of our hosts, and production's saying in the background that me and him should roll sometime. Listen, I'm a color commentator, okay? My art form is talking, okay? I have the gift of gab. That is what I do. I look to you guys, you protect me, okay? And by the way, protect my girlfriend too, okay? Seriously.
We're trying, buddy.
You want to...
Fighting!
But thank God we're safe because we're in Playa del Carmen, the safest city, I believe, statistically on the planet right now.
Absolutely. We welcome Gillan Robertson. She is Canadian, but she currently makes her home in Miami, Florida at Goat Shed Academy. She's coming off a really nice ground and pound win at UFC 297 back in January as well. Having a tremendous time in her mixed martial arts career. Got a couple of words with her when we arrived. Really, really friendly and personable to talk to, but she's going to get stuck in and get going here. Having some fun negotiating our pit walls.
Yeah. This one's going to take me a little bit longer to learn, I think.
We'll help you out, Mag. Don't worry.
You already are. You already are.
So we are underway, and they're going to wrestle from a standing position here. Forehead to forehead. Obviously, they both have some wrestling in their backgrounds. Kind of tough to be a high-level mixed martial artist without some wrestling these days.
Yes.
73% of our token holders felt that the Canadian was going to come out victorious tonight. Montana De La Rosa has made her way over from Texas. Has fought some really heavy hitters in the UFC as well, the likes of Mackenzie Dern and Macy Barber, Tatiana Suarez. Looking to snap Robertson down here as she's got this head and arm position over the top, trying to weigh very heavy on her. And a pull of guard, perhaps to an attempted wrestle up for Robertson, and she does. The kind of fake guard pull to bounce up.
Good.
Oh, sleeper guillotine, no.
That's a tight. No, she's out. Woo! Yeah, nice moving to side mount. That's the best defense. Now a crossface to the other side, and then you pull your head out.
It was a nice high elbow guillotine attempt. Good work from De La Rosa to release that grip, though, because you can open yourself up to a Von Flue choke if you try and hold on to the neck when your opponent moves to side control. Weighing.
Yeah, that was also fun when that suddenly came about, right?
People
Going, I got him. We go,
yeah.
oh, I don't have him.
Suddenly realized you could choke people there.
Yeah.
So going hip to hip here, weighing very heavy in side control. What she's trying to do is stay very connected to that left hip of De La Rosa. All the defensive movement's going to come from the hips and that center point of the body.
Yeah, don't go too low on the belly because there's a lot of movement if she bucks up and you might lose position. So laying on the chest, really nice thing. On the top of that, you know, you're pushing on the diaphragm. So you hinder her breathing by a lot.
I think in the end, boys, someone's going to get submitted here.
Yeah, but sometimes it goes to decision. Very rarely, but with these ladies.
Well, she tries to move to the back here and she gets that nice seatbelt position over the top. Let's see what her route to the back is here, because she has got partial back exposure. Couple of ways she can do it. We saw Krellinston sit back and kick through the leg. More commonly, a lot of people will roll over the top here, break the posture down.
Now, I do know this, you never give up your back.
That is absolutely right. That is kind of lesson number one, Mike. So
don't give up your back.
You're on the right track.
That's it. Just lay on your back the whole time. Make sure that you don't give it up.
De La Rosa trying to restore some guard here. That means she's trying to put her legs back between herself and Gillan Robertson, try and allow her some form of offense and alleviate some of that pressure. You see she's got those butterfly hooks in now, those insteps below her shin. They're going to allow her to dictate the range, lift Robertson up, engage those big muscles in the legs.
That's it. You need to pull her up. Her head needs to be above her head, preferably, so she can shift that weight.
Yeah, she's trying to climb into a triangle or an arm bar here, but Robertson wise to it. She's going to look to stack pass out of it.
Yeah, she's going to go move to side mount.
Yeah,
or not now with the attack on the Kimura.
Yeah, well, over-under is a possible route. She's going to armbar right
nice,
here.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you remember George St. Pierre, Matt Hughes won.
Exactly, that's it.
That was the transition exactly in that match. And it's good work from Robertson to stay safe on top, stay in a semi-controlling position. We've got 8 minutes left on the clock here.
Do you do cardio to train for this?
You have to.
You do. It's a very different type of cardio, though, Mike. You'll find that you can run 5 miles, but you've never had someone try and hold you down. You're dead in 30 seconds. You'll panic. You'll blow all that adenosine triphosphate, that fast twitch in the muscles, and then you're absolutely screwed.
I had a marathon run, no, a triathlon runner, contestant coming into a training.
You could
and
always
he ran out of gas within minutes, and he goes, "How is this even possible?" I said, "Because it's completely different. You're flexing the whole time when you don't know what you're doing, so you're constantly screwing your muscles together. So you can't take a breath. You can't take because you don't know when to breathe and what to do.
You can't see the squeeze that's happening in a lot of these positions, right? You're quite often in a continuously contracted position, and
that'll suck your trimethazine phosphate right up.
Yeah, it's a totally different type of cardio and a totally different type of muscular endurance as well.
Production once again is calling for me to roll. I mean, listen, it's a better chance that I can do this than actually have a head up.
Mike, one of these days, mate, you want to get together, I'll give you a lesson. We can film it for you.
Gi or no gi? Gi or no gi?
Whatever you want, my friend.
No gi, because with the gi, is going to completely destroy you. But listen, my first rolling class, I had to stop my car next to the freeway, call my wife and say, "I'm sleeping in the car. I'm completely destroyed." Like I had zero chance again. And I was a badass, I thought, and I had zero chance.
No, so not
Freaking
taking
liquid
this
food
away
for
here.
3 days.
Gillan Robertson has been very diligently progressing her position here. She's trying to walk her hand up the mat, advance that elbow above the head of De La Rosa. That contact with the ground really allows you to walk your hand up and generate quite a huge amount of power.
Sure, yeah.
And once those elbows go above the head, you are helpless in that bottom position. But she's got the knee through here. The question is, can she do enough work up top?
She's constantly re-catching the foot. But you know, now it's going to be hard to stop. There we go.
Yeah, I would perhaps like to see her take a little bit of a risk here, maybe.
Buck up. You know, as soon as she pulls her leg up, buck up as high as she can.
Yeah, she's gonna have to. There's going to be some sort of explosion that's needed to work her way out of this position, because it's just slow, diligent progress from Robertson here. You know, she's still technically, she's in what we would call a quarter guard, right? It's not a full half guard. She's not trapping above the knee. She's just down on that ankle. But really, her hips are twisted from her upper body. It's very hard to do anything meaningful. She's got to generate some sort of explosion and try and create a scramble to get out of this, because the clock is ticking away very fast here.
Yeah, we're halfway down almost. Systematically setting her up.
Canada looking for a big win tonight.
Yeah, Gillian did say, can I please say she's representing Canadian ground karate.
Where in Canada?
Tonight.
Where in Canada is she from?
I actually don't have that info, I'm afraid.
It says her tactics and mentality are to give neck cuddles, and her favorite technique is neck cuddles.
Yeah, that means she's going to choke her opponent out.
Yeah.
Got it. Neck cuddles.
If she tells you, "Let me cuddle you," you're going, ah.
Maybe that's what my girlfriend means when she says she wants to cuddle.
So she's looking again to march that arm up. You can see she walks her hand up the mat. This connection to the ground just creates so much more ability to, you know, generate force. But she's finally moved to a full mount position here. She's clearly on top of the opponent, and that's the first bit of explosion we've seen from De La Rosa. But
it's not a real explosion.
Yeah, it's a singular movement as well. You've got to, you know, to have the urgency to escape this position. You've got to explode, and then you've got to explode again and again and again. You've got to take ground and not give it back. Otherwise, you're just going to get transitioned on all day at this kind of pace.
Bring your feet as close to your butt as possible. Even goes on the balls of your feet, and then to get more height, explode. That's why I tell people, don't sit on the bellies. Yeah, but in the mount position, it's very hard to do, of course, because otherwise they escape back door as well.
Exactly.
So you got to watch out. There's always that give and take. You know, a little bit too much of that, they escape back door. A little bit too much, you're going to be bucked off.
Well, De La Rosa's done a good job of recapturing that ankle position. And she's trying to slide it through. Go. She does. Scramble from De La Rosa, and she's back up to her feet here. And now she's really got to get to work.
Oh, now what?
Okay.
What's going to happen?
Well,
anything could happen.
She's got to wrestle hard here. She's got to create a scramble. She's got to try and create some openings. You know, that was a huge period of control for Gillian Robertson. And quite frankly, Robertson was probably not burning all that much energy throughout that entire, you know, was it 7, 8, 9 minutes?
Why does she keep tapping the top of her head?
She's trying to get her to faint,
to react
to react to the level change. And this is a good opening for De La Rosa potentially here. She's going to get on a guillotine.
Yeah, this is a slash neck crank as well.
Yeah, well,
She's out.
Slipped out.
Nice, very
sits the butterfly guard, trying to get up under those underhooks while feeling the hips now.
Robertson's too good. She's got that poutine running through her veins. Poutine.
You see, if I was De La Rosa, I'd be standing up to pass here. You know, no-gi is so hard to pass on the knees. You need to be popping up to your feet, peeling those feet off the hips. You got to have a certain amount of dynamism, and she lets her step back up.
Ooh. Nice awareness there, not to get caught.
This is a different position here. This is potentially turning both knees to one side, crushing them. Well, not now.
Just pull up a sweep here, but that's going to be hard.
Yeah, she can't. It's really tough to pass from that kind of half-kneeling position. See that right ankle grip from Robertson. Switches it off now. She looks to control the feet. Nice De La Hiva hook on the right side from Robertson as well.
What was that? What was that term?
It's called a De La Hiva hook. It's where you lace your leg around the outside, feed it through, and you get a really nice bit of tension hook. You can, when you extend and retract your leg, you really move a lot of your opponent's weight around.
You think President Awesome can do a De La Hiva hook?
I mean, he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu as well, so I would hope so. President Awesome, are you with us on this one, sir?
Oh boy, let's see his face.
Oh, he didn't have his earpiece.
I don't have my earpiece, but I'm ready. When
Can you do a De La Hiva hook?
Are in the UFC. Both of them were in the Ultimate Fighter House together 7 years ago. So these guys are really experienced. Gillian Robertson, not only she's my student, but she has the most submissions in UFC history. But obviously she's taking on De La Rosa, who's awesome in herself. You know, she has multiple submissions in the UFC, and it's a tough matchup.
But can you do a De La Hiva hook? Is my question. Awesome, are you able to do that?
Asking the important questions is Mike Malak tonight.
The De La Hiva hook.
De La Hiva hook.
Yeah, so look, that's the lace that she's trying to do with that right leg. But stripped off by De La Rosa. We're into the final 30 seconds here. I think it's very decisively going to be a decision going the way of Gillian Robertson. Perhaps not the most dynamic match it could have been. It would have been nice to see them take a few more chances. But as far as control and diligently moving forward, progressing your position, Gillian Robertson very complete in her grappling tonight.
There's an attack coming. Oh, no. Oh, the last second.
And we are going to go to a judge's decision.
Sudden death round. Another 20 minutes.
Yeah, takedowns only. But look, obviously, you know, our pit submission series here, we're slowly developing the rule set. We're slowly starting to make amendments, try and build it up for your entertainment. It's now obviously part of our up-only gaming portfolio as well. Now let's go ahead and get the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, winner out of the red corner, Gillian Robertson.
Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. Our hearts and...
We got one more fight, Mexico.
I had a fighter who's from Canada. I'm not going to say his name, and I sing the national anthem, and he goes, "Oh, Canada," and then he goes, "I don't know the rest." I go, "Okay, Patriot." That's right.
So Gillian Robertson is going to head up pit side and get a quick word with Caroline Pierce.
Oh, she just wanted to slide down that pit wall one more time.
I'm not gonna lie, rolling around in the pit is a lot of fun.
You're not going to sell me on this one, Josh.
one day, Mike.
If you
Caroline
roll
Pierce
with
is
her,
with Gillan
you're going to be in
Gillian
trouble.
Robertson.
I'm with Gillian, who's having a lot of fun. I think you just wanted to slide down into the pit a few more times, didn't you?
Well, I fell down in when I was walking out there the first time, so I was just trying to see if there's a slicker way to do it.
Well, you certainly did it in the pit tonight. Your first time actually grappling in the pit. How was the experience overall?
It's definitely a unique experience using the pit. It's a lot different having that angled wall behind you, so it was a fun experience, but definitely a unique one.
And of course, you have record number of submission finishes across the UFC and your whole career. You didn't get the finish this time, but how tough a contest was that for you?
Oh, I knew Montana was going to be a tough one. We were in the Tough House together back then. I've always expected us to have a fight against each other. Luckily, we haven't yet, but I knew she was going to be a tough contest.
You had top control for a lot of it. What was the game plan coming in, and did it play out as you expected?
Definitely, obviously, I'm always looking for the sub, so that was the game plan. Wasn't able to do that, but it was able to dominate the position most of the time.
Absolutely, and you have fought all over the world, but fighting with the beach behind you and this crowd in the pit, sum it up for us.
Oh, I can't really sum it up. It's an absolutely insane experience. I can't wait to get back in here.
All right, well, we hope to see you in there very soon. Gillan Robertson, congratulations.
Thank you.